Assalamualaikum everybody. Hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Raida. You might know me as Rawida. And hello, in case you haven't been here before, don't forget to subscribe down below. Click that red box, inshallah. Today, I just wanted to talk to you about some tips I have for you for 2019. I can't believe it's already 2019. I don't know where the time has gone, but it just really shows us how time is passing by in a blur. And so to take advantage of the days and the time that we have, here are 19 tips for you to make your days a little easier, a little brighter, a little lighter, and a lot better. So my first tip is actually to sleep early and wake early. It's so important to have a sleeping routine just to make sure that your body gets the time and energy it deserves to actually recuperating, recharging, and rejuvenating so that you feel energized enough to take on your day. My second tip is a daily morning and nightly routine. I don't have that yet, so I'll share that with you as soon as I do, inshallah, but it's just really important to have time in the morning that's set aside for you to get ready for the day and feel ready. For me personally, I want to structure my day more around prayer versus trying to fit prayer into my schedule, if that makes sense, because it's already hard enough to pray on time and to wake up on time to pray. So inshallah, I just want to kind of work on structuring my day around prayer. And not only that, I have some goals to continue to make my bed every day. Like I said, it's a self-care habit that I want to work on, and to continue to make adhkaar throughout the day. Now that brings me to my third point, and that is to redefine your goals. Reassess your goals, revisit the goals you already have, see if they're still relevant, if they make sense. If not, it's okay to make tweaks or to scrap them completely and create new goals. But when you are looking at your goals, make sure they're smart. Are they specific? Are they measurable? Are they actionable? Are they relevant or realistic? And are they timely? That said, be the person who believes in you. That's my fourth tip. Believe in yourself, because you are the first person who will stand up for yourself, and you are the first person to show the love to yourself that you deserve in order for others to love you the way you deserve as well. So make sure that you believe in yourself. My fifth tip is to have water first, then caffeine. So when you wake up in the mornings, inshallah, have water first before you reach for that cup of joe or that cup of tea, because it's so important to actually kind of rehydrate with something that's pure for your body. My sixth tip is to eat intuitively. So eat what's good for you, eat what feels good to you, and eat when you're hungry, not when you're bored. And when you are eating, make sure you're not eating too much or too little, inshallah. It's just important to have that balance in your life to maintain your day-to-day habits and health and whatnot, because your diet affects all aspects of your life. My seventh tip is to continue to seek wisdom. So with that, ask questions. When you're asking questions, you are asking for others' perspectives, others' experiences, others' knowledge, and it's just important to kind of draw from all of that so that you have a wider understanding of the world, inshallah. My eighth tip is to conserve time. So when you are planning out your day, for example, make sure you always have time for yourself, for you to spend with your loved ones, and conserve your time so that you're not dilly-dallying or putting too much time on like binging shows. I mean, it's okay to treat yourself to it, but don't do that every single day. My ninth tip is to continue to stay learning, and you can do so in a very easy way. Listening to podcasts, watching lectures, listening to or reading Quran, inshallah. So when you're listening to a podcast, for example, you can leave it playing while you're exercising, while you're cleaning the house, while you're commuting. With that, my 10th tip is to read. So filter that news feed, make sure that news reaching you feels relatable or relevant or important, but also read books, whether that is reading the Quran, doing so daily. Make sure that's something that you are prioritizing, and also reading fiction, non-fiction, encyclopedias, dictionaries. Just read to continue to absorb knowledge and to brush up on your literature even. My 11th tip is to break any big tasks, projects, or goals you have into smaller steps. And when you do so, it's just easier to measure your progress and ensure that you're kind of going along the path that you're hoping for to get to where you want to go. And if not, inshallah, you're just going to be redirected into something better. But do so, and it'll just help make everything feel a lot more achievable, a lot more realistic, and easier to handle. My 12th tip is to treat yourself. So like I said before, eat wholesome, healthy things, and eat intuitively, but don't deprive yourself of all things good. Treat yourself in moderation, and that can also be in the form of treating yourself to a break, which brings me to my next tip. Take a break. Allow yourself to rest when you need to rest, because it's important to give yourself the time to recharge, to kind of clear your mind, whatever it may be, whether that's, vacationing or taking a walk, having a snack, that sort of thing. Just do whatever it takes to de-stress and give yourself a rest. My 14th tip is to make connections and maintain and nurture connections. So really all your relationships, make sure you're nurturing them. Don't just maintain them with once in a while text messages, but actually maintain conversations, nurture those conversations, be meaningful and kind of present with others. My 15th tip is to save money. So you can do this without even really thinking too hard about it. If you have multiple accounts, you can designate one to save up money for travel or a rainy day or a new house, a new car, whatever you're working towards, a charity that's really important to you. Whatever income's coming towards you, you can like sliver off percentages into those buckets, for example, so that whatever's remaining in your main account can be your spending money, and you're not spending all the way to zero and really having zero. Like, you still have everything saved that you need to save, inshallah. It's just an easy way to save money, and a lot of times we don't talk about it. So there's that tip. And I know it seems obvious, but it's important. Equally obvious but important is to take healthy risks. That's my 16th tip. Do something that scares you every once in a while. Do something that you wouldn't normally do, like a new recipe. Try something new. Mix flavors that you don't typically mix and see if it works, and if it doesn't, that's okay, you can try again. But do something that you don't typically do something that scares you, book that vacation, do a new trail, I don't know, just do something new, keep your life exciting, and continue to grow. My 17th tip is to find out what brings you joy. So when you're feeling any sort of emotion, take notice of the things around you. Be observant to yourself, be present with yourself, and kind of get to know yourself. When you know what you're feeling and what triggers those emotions, it helps you when you're feeling down. You know what makes you a little happier, and you can kind of turn towards that. And when you're really happy, you know if something's gonna bring you down, you can kind of avoid that. My 18th tip is to be thankful, to show gratitude. I have a whole video about that, I'll link it down below, but it's just important. It's an act of self-care and self-love, so do that and love others as well. And lastly, my last tip is to practice being the future you. Practice being your best self. This is so important because you're not going to get there unless you do it now, unless you start now. So practice those skills, practice that character, practice that speech, practice whatever it takes for you to become your best self, what you are envisioning as your future you. And with that, I hope that these 19 tips for 2019 help you, inshallah. If you found any benefit in this, please share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below about some of your goals for 2019, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up as well. And inshallah, I'll see you soon with more content to come. Assalamu alaikum and have a good day.